This is a French press. Other than making delicious coffee, did you know that French presses can be used for a plethora of other reasons as well? It's no secret that French presses produce a beautiful, delicious flavor of coffee at home. I did a video on this before, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But today, we're gonna test out just how much this baby can really do. I did my research, and upon my findings, I was appalled. She is versatile, she is dynamic, and she was also $9 on Amazon, which is also very worth adding. First up, we're gonna be making some homemade whipped cream in our French press. Yes, you heard that right. French press whipped cream. I have never done this before. This is an attempt. So if this goes bad, if this goes wrong, no one can be mad at me. First up, I have my heavy whipping cream. Now, you can use regular sugar and vanilla extract for this, or you could just be super extra and use your vanilla syrup. I have vanilla syrup. This is how Starbucks whipped cream is made. It's literally heavy whipping cream and vanilla syrup. So we're just gonna do this instead of the sugar and vanilla extract, but if that's what you got, then work with it, girl. So it said just to pour the heavy whipping cream in. I'm gonna pour it right on in. Yeah, we're good. And now we're just gonna add a little spladoosh of this vanilla syrup. Just that much, that's all. We're just gonna take the plunger and plunge up and down, and after a few minutes, it'll start turning into whipped cream consistency. So let's do that, let's try it out. Here we go. Oh wait, I should probably secure this on before I start doing that. Until she's slim thick. This feels weird, I don't like you guys watching me do this. Am I doing this right? Is it? Oh, I think it's getting thicker. Wait, it kind of worked. Hold on, okay. Oh. Look at that. We're gonna make two things with our little French press whipped cream. First and foremost, I'm gonna put it on some berries because I like that. Second, I think we're gonna also make a homemade con panna. And if you don't know what a con panna is, essentially it's espresso topped with whipped cream. It's typically a staple menu item at a lot of coffee shops. So if you see espresso con panna, just know you're getting an espresso shot topped with whipped cream, and we're gonna make that. You gotta be joshing my feathers right now. We just made French press whipped cream. You see that? That's a con panna. Yes, check that out. All right, we gave that a little rinse. Next up, we're gonna be frothing some milk for a cappuccino or a latte in our French press. Yes, you heard that right. You do not need an espresso machine or a steam wand to get some frothalicious milk up in this bee. So you're gonna grab a pot, grab some milk. I'm gonna do breve today with my latte, and we're just gonna boil the milk right off the bat. Now we're gonna boil it. Once it's boiled and hot, we're gonna pour it into our French press, and we're gonna follow the same method that we did with the whipped cream. We're gonna take our plunger and we're gonna plunge up and down to introduce enough air so it gets nice and frothy. So this is kind of the same process as a steam wand. It's introducing air and it's aerating it and it's making it nice and foamy. So let's do that. I'm excited. I'm scared. A little glass, a little espresso. So our espresso is gonna go in first. And then here comes the milk. Ba-na-na-na. It actually went pretty well. It went nice and got nice and foamy. Can I make latte art with this technically? Is it a good enough consistency for that? No. Check that out. Ooh! All right, we're 2 for 2 right now. I like it. Next up on our little French press adventure, we're making tea. Give me the tea, sis. No, really. Actually, a lot of people have a misconception that French presses can only be used for coffee, but they can actually be used for tea too, and especially loose leaf tea. So I have this turmeric chai blend from Rishi. This is one of my favorite brands. This is not sponsored. This is actually the same brand that my old cafe that I used to work at, local cafe here in Chicago, used to use across the board. So tried and true, barista approved, and I love their chai. So let's do it. It is loose leaf though, so you do have to prepare it a little bit differently than just having a sachet and putting it in water. But if you have a French press, that's okay. Couple tablespoons of this. I'm just measuring with the heart, as I do. You're gonna wanna get your tea kettle or a boiling pot of water. Just make sure that when you pour it over the tea, it's piping hot and it saturates all of it evenly. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes now. We're gonna push our plunger down, separating the loose leaf tea, all the herbs from the water, the tea up top. So let's do that. Bye, herbs. See you later. And you got some fresh tea. Oh, that's beautiful. Gorgeous color, gorgeous. That's a turmeric chai if I've ever seen one. Freshly made in our French press. Like, what can't this thing do? Okay, speaking of herbs, this one's a little bit of a weirder one that I researched, but I guess a lot of people use this and use their French press for this. So we are actually gonna store fresh herbs in our French press. So I actually buy fresh herbs pretty often, but because I don't use all of them in time, more often than not, some of them go bad, which I'm not happy about, and I'm really trying to fix that. But I think this might be a fix. So what my research findings said was to fill your French press up with just a little bit of water. And we're gonna place our fresh herbs on the plunger and then push it down so it's touching just the top of the water. So just the stems are saturated. Good day to be parsley in my house, apparently. Kind of like a bouquet, but not really. Push it down a little more, just a little more water. There, oh. A little more water on top, very nice. I'm not gonna do them all, but you get the picture. There you go, there's a use for your French press that I certainly didn't know about until last night, and yeah, all right, well, go crazy. Last but not least, certainly not least, our girl, our homie, cold brew. Yes, you can make cold brew in your French press, and I've never done it before, so we're gonna do it for the first time together right now. I'm using Chamberlain Coffee, these little cold brew pouches. Again, this is not sponsored, I just really like this. You can get a bunch of cold brew pouches from really anywhere. There's a lot of places that make them now, so just pick your favorite. I realized that this French press is very small in comparison to the water that this calls for, so what I'm gonna do to make it work, and you can adjust your ratios as needed, I'm going to steep it for less time than what the package says, and then when it comes time to pour it into a bigger pitcher, I'm gonna dilute it with a little bit more water so that it's not this like crazy strong, just like boom, right in your face in the morning. Now, French presses come in many different sizes. I just ordered, I guess, the smallest one in the face of the planet. So get a bigger one if you wanna make cold brew with it. Now that you have your cold brew pouch in like this, we're again just gonna top with the plunger. We're gonna push it down a little bit, make sure that entire cold brew pouch is saturated with water. Press it down, press it down, press it down. Yeah, so keep it pressed down like that. And we're gonna pop this in the fridge, and I'll just keep an eye on it since this is smaller than what this ratio calls for, and we're gonna see how it goes. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be posting a short of how this went, how it's steeped in this small little thing, and how the flavor overall is with it being, again, in this little tiny little French press of mine. Oh my God, it's dripping on me. That's cute. Yay, it left a stain. Yay. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna give you a full update on this. We'll pour it together. We'll dilute it together, and we'll see how it goes. But those are the things that you can use your French press for: whipped cream, frothing milk, storing fresh herbs, tea, and cold brew. Thank you guys for watching. Be nice to your baristas, stay warm, stay safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, video's done now. Bye.